Hey, you guys. You don't like me. What you got? Here. Here. Leave it. Come on your bed. You can get in there. Yeah, good girl. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, consider hitting that like and subscribe button and you won't miss out on any future content. So for the last couple of weeks we've been working on our dumper. And the weather recently, it's been rain, it's been snow, it's been ice, it's been horrible. And we're at the painting stage and we can't really do that. So I've decided to pull this out and see if we can get this running. This is a Suzuki, I believe 160cc quad bike, two-wheel drive. We've had it for about 3 years, maybe 4. And I bought it when everything was flooded and we needed a way of getting through all the flood water without getting absolutely soaked. You can't push a wheelbarrow through flood water, so we had this one, we had a trailer on the back and it worked absolutely great. And then it sat up for, I reckon, 3 years now. I reckon it's 4 years old and it's sat for 3 years. It's got a flat tyre, it's got various bits, it's covered in leaves, it's sat outside, which isn't great. But today, we're going to try and get this thing running. And the last time I used it, it was running high and it cut out. And then it was put to one side and we hadn't touched it since. So, let's see what we can do. So let's just have a quick look around this at what we've got. It is looking pretty sorry for itself. It is a Suzuki. I believe it's an LT160, but I might be wrong about that. Got a bit of a flat tyre there. Everything's looking sorry for itself. I made this box, like a little carry box. That pulls off, and you can see under there that there's no battery cover. There's a load of bits of plastic trim missing out here and over here. I believe it had a new key start, but that battery is going to be completely dead, so that won't do anything. And yeah, I mean, it ran really nicely when we bought it. I didn't pay very much for it because it was a bit of a project. I stuck some new tyres on the back because they were wrecked, and I put a tow ball on so that we could pull the small trailer around. And I can't remember what else we did to it now. It's been so long. So the last time I ran this, it ran absolutely fine, and then it started running high and then cut out and I couldn't start it again. I cannot remember what we did to, if anything, to try and remedy that, and I think it has just been sat here for a while. So yeah, the aim of today is to get into this, get some charge on it, see if we can get it started. It probably won't have any petrol, and if it does, that petrol is going to be mouldy. So yeah, let's see what we can do. Well, there we go, guys. I've cleaned most of the debris off. I I expect the battery's going to be dead on this. Let's put that back on and see. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that, but it is clicking very, very, very quietly. So what I'll do is I'll get some jump leads hooked up to this and let's crank it over. So guys, I've got this hooked up to the truck, and this nut was so, or bolt, sorry, was so rusty that I've had to undo it and just hook it straight on there. I've also added some fuel, just about half a litre. I don't want to add too much. So let's flip that and see what we've got. It turns over. I believe this lever here is the choke. I can't remember which way you have to put it to have the choke on. I'm amazed that started. Wow. And there you could hear it was running really, really high again. So that would probably suggest that it's got too much air coming in to the carburetor, which is buried right up in here and hasn't actually got a filter on, and it's got stuff in. I didn't check that, that's not good. So we may just have a simple air leak on the carburetor, which would be a nice, easy job. I'm just wondering where it's held on here to the actual body, whether that has come loose and is moving slightly, because I have seen that before. So I've just been having a look at various bits online, and it looks like there is an aftermarket carburetor on there, which may be the problem. It might not be. Unfortunately, the only way to get to that carburetor is to take all of these plastics off. Take this off, the seat just pops out, and take all of the plastics off, and we should get access to the carburetor. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that, because that was, I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but that was running really, really high, and it should not be doing that. So let's get cracking with that. And just one more thing I want to say before we carry on is that has genuinely been sat for 3 years, and that was genuinely the first time I cranked it over after it cut out and wouldn't run, and it started straight up. It just shows the quality of something like a Suzuki over something Chinesium, you know. I think it's just got a small issue with its carburetor, and then hopefully we'll have it going again. falls off, and it does. Ugh, that was gross. And there's our lost nut. Thank God for that. That was a 10mm, that would have been gone. So you can now see with that panel gone, we have a hell of a lot more access to the carburetor. Sure this is an aftermarket one. Sorry, we're going to try and undo that. There's a Jubilee clip around here and pull the actual carburetor off, and then we'll be able to access the. It's really hard for you guys to see what we're doing here. That's a better view. So we're going to undo this Jubilee, which means we'll be able to access this and just double check that all of that is on there properly, because I've got a feeling there's going to be either a gap here or a gap here. Not 100% sure, but that is my suspicion. So hopefully I've set you guys up in a place where you can sort of see what we're doing here. We're going to hopefully just... Oh, that seemed very loose. I wonder if it was just a case of that Jubilee clip being loose. And look how easily that has come off. And there's even a little bit of fuel leaking there. I'll push that back on. I'm doing that up, and I'm going to do it up a lot tighter than it was. And now we're going to try this thing again. Ready? That sounds pretty good, you know. Doesn't seem to be idling too high. Let's go over here and grab maybe this one. It's idling a lot lower than it was. We can just adjust this jet here. That sounds good, you know. I don't know why this camera isn't focusing, sorry guys. That actually sounds really smooth. I know we don't have a filter on there or anything, but I think it was simply that problem. It's that ever so slightly loose fitting on the carburetor. Maybe it had or vibrated loose. Well guys, that seems to be our problem solved, which I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult than that, but it seems to be running absolutely fine. So it must have just been that had vibrated loose, and now we've got that sewn up. We just need to put a filter back on it, get these panels back on, get this wheel in place, and this one is a bit low actually as well, and then we can take it for a ride. So I just found this thing in my junk box, and this may have even been the original filter that's on it. It seems to be the same diameter roughly, so we're just going to go ahead and stick this one on for now. As long as it's got something on there, then that should be fine. That's not dirt in there, that's actually just, I don't know what that is, but it's not loose. So I'm going to go ahead and get this on, and then we're going to go ahead and get the panels back on, and then we're going to give it a test drive. Well, we're still hooked up here, guys. We've got the tyres pumped up, everything back on. I've added a little bit more fuel. Battery still doesn't have any charge, so we are hooked up, but I've plugged it all back in, so hopefully once we can get this started, it'll stay started. Let's give it a go. The question is now, will it go into gear? And I think it just has. Woo! Well, it seems to run, and it seems to drive, and it seems to reverse. So I was surprised that I thought that reverse lever was going to be completely stuck solid, but actually it goes straight in. Let's take it for a drive. So I don't know if you guys just saw, but we may have to lose the box for a little bit. So there we have it, guys. It runs, it starts, it runs beautifully. I'm sorry that it was such a boring video. I thought it was going to be a lot bigger problem than that. But yeah, and I mean for a 160cc, it's really, really fast as well. It's so much fun. I forgot how much fun it was. But yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button, and I will see you soon.